Adam Sandler was a goldmine for comedy in the 90s, even to the early 2000s. Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, Billy Madison, The Waterboy, and plenty of others. Maybe I'll get to them in time. The dude even had some decently funny albums.
We are not working out. We are definitely fucking.
Now, even though his shtick had started to wear thin by the late 2000s to early 2010s with films like Jack and Jill, which I gotta admit I never even saw, but a lot of people seem to have hated it, you could tell that something wasn't quite the same with some of his work.
No, you're getting fatter, and your hair doesn't realize it needs to cover more face. Okay.
Nevertheless, you still have to appreciate how hard the man has worked and how successful his movies have been. For a while there, it felt like he couldn't do anything wrong, but eventually there did come the time where you didn't know whether or not his new movie was going to be good. Was there ever a middle ground? Maybe so, with films like Big Daddy, which brought a more emotional aspect to the side of things, and then you got films like Punch Drunk Love, which I fucking love, and man, I might have to talk about that one soon. That's a serious one. But today, we're going to talk about Click. Click is a surprisingly thought-provoking movie, at least in my eyes, because I wasn't expecting it to hit me so emotionally and leave me in tears. But you call me a pussy if you want. I don't care. I fucking cried back in 2006 when I first saw this movie, and I cried a little bit the other night, along with Audrey.
It's all right to cry. Crying takes the fat out of you.
We're wussies. Click asks us the question, what if we suddenly found ourselves in possession of our remote control for our very lives? Bored at a family dinner? Just fast forward it.
Next.
Look, it sounds like a dream, honestly, but it quickly turns into a nightmare. Apparently, this thing is capable of learning the user's preferences and adapting to them, so Michael finds it skipping huge portions of his life on its own, assuming that this is what he wants. Now, running on autopilot during the fast forwarding, slowly his personal life begins to unravel, and he barely recognizes it along the way, being so work-obsessed. In a matter of moments, Michael pretty much finds years of his life just gone.
I got titties. I got juicy titties.
The consequences are even worse than he could have foreseen at that.
What's going on?
He loses his wife, his father, his health, his sanity, but has no one to blame but himself.
You lived the life you chose, big shot.
This is not the life I wanted.
Looks like it is.
Wow, so much more serious than you would have thought from this thing, right? Like, you pick this movie up, you read the back of it, and you think, all right, we're going to get a goofy Adam Sandler movie.
It looks like a tongue. Licking.
But no, you start getting a serious fucking movie.
Grandpa died, Dad. Where was I?
Which is great, I'm not complaining. I don't understand how he can still... Somehow, this was still early enough in his career that he was able to balance the seriousness of this and then still make you laugh with, like, fart jokes.
Yeah.
Maybe David Hasselhoff had a big part to play in making that scene so funny when he's like...
I taste shit.
Oh, god damn it, that's fucking hilarious.
Stacy, did you put shit in my lunch?
Christopher Walken is in this movie as the angel of death who ends up giving him the remote to begin with, and I like and I hate his performance at the same time, if that makes sense.
We got the phone, yeah.
It's just fucking odd, okay? Now, eventually, after one too many bad decisions and auto fast forwards, Michael finds himself severely ill and hooked up to a bunch of machines that are keeping him alive. And when his son visits and mentions not going on his honeymoon because things are so hectic at work, Michael, even though the only thing keeping him alive is the machines, rips all the tubes off of him and in a moment of pure selflessness chases his son down in the pouring rain, collapsing onto the street with him just out of reach as he tries to deliver his message. Now, luckily, Ben spots his father, and even though he is beyond saving, he at least gets to hear his final words.
Family comes first.
Family comes first. Honeymoon.
Even in a serious moment like this, Sandler somehow manages to keep you laughing. Now, breathing his last with what little family he has gathered around him, he wakes on the bed of the Bed Bath & Beyond store where he got the remote from. I really love this too because the movie is psyching you out here. Like, you fucking really think like, oh, they just pulled the "it was all a dream" card. And you're not even really that upset at that because the journey has been so enjoyable. Now, finally realizing what matters most in life, Michael near immediately starts correcting all of his mistakes, puts his family first, and you really believe in him that he did deserve that second chance after all. But then he spots something on the counter. And here you realize that it wasn't just a dream, a cop-out. Morty really was the angel and has truly given him his second chance, knowing he will make the right decisions this time around.
Hey, who wants to have a pillow fight?
You pick this film up, and you look at the front cover, which the art's not that impressive, you know? You read the back of it. You flip it around in your hands, and you're like, it's an Adam Sandler movie. You probably just toss it aside. But man, if you watch the damn thing, you get sucked up in it. I mean, it just does not seem like it should have so gripping of a story. It's impressive. I don't know if that was the intention. Maybe it just happened to have worked out that way. I don't know that he went into it saying, I want to make this a serious drama. He probably did want to make it just a silly old comedy, you know? But just something about this film is utterly enjoyable on a deeper than a comedy level. You know, it has a real message of family comes first. And maybe that is the only reason that it works so well for me. Who cares, right? As long as it works. Fucking love this movie.
Next time on Metal Retro Reviews.
Oh my god, the director of photography, or the director himself, must have thought they were hot shit with this one. Oh, she's like a baby in the womb. And the umbilical cords. Just fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.